So, welcome to my channel. Can you hear me? You can write in the chat if you see the picture. Okay, perfect. Then let's start with the Bitcoin price. If you have requests, please write in the chat so that we can analyze the Bitcoin price and analyze the cryptos that you want. Yeah, so yes, it's a long time ago. A lot of tasks I have done. So let's start with the Bitcoin price. I want to compare 2026 with 2021. So we compare this area, 2026 with 2021. Why I'm compare this? If you look here a little bit, then you can see in the past now, this is a time frame 2021. You can see high, 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 downtrend test, yeah, and then the big fall to the downside. We have here the situation, or we had the situation 60,000, and here 30,000. These are 50% to the downside. Yeah, this is an example, one example from the past. Now we're going back again. This is more interesting. We had the situation. This is also in November 2021. 60,000 fall to 40,000, come back. Yeah. And again, the situation rising of the Bitcoin price, more sideways movement. Yeah. And then the drop to the downside from 50,000 to 30,000. Yeah, nearly also 50%. Yeah. So two examples. Let's look what we have here. Also in big, this was small, the same situation, rising, rising of the price. We make this in blue. More sideways movement, and then bam, to the downside. These are also 40,000 to 20,000, also 50%. I have shown you three examples with 50% to the downside. So let's look what we have here. Same example, sideways movement up. And I think this time, 50% to the downside, this would be 40,000. So, and if the price goes to 40,000, let me look what we have then. It is a good base. I explain you why this is a good base. I'm not saying this will go to 40,000, but for a few seconds, let's think that the price will go to 40,000. We could build here a good base. Yeah, you can see a little bit parallel, so that we could then start here a new cycle to the upside. The benefit is, you can see this in the weekly chart. We could get here a W pattern, a strong pattern, so that the price could go here to 200,000. Yeah, this is one possibility. The second possibility is, let's say the price stays here on this line, in which we say, okay, this is a fake outbreak here. This is a fake outbreak, yeah, in which what many people think that the price will jump from this area like this. We make this in blue. Yeah, it would be make sense. Yeah, it makes sense. We have here then a W pattern here. Also a left shoulder head and the right shoulder formation also target to 200,000. But the problem is here, this is too easy. If this example we saw this in the past, only one time. You can see this here. Also same situation here at these levels. The price drops to the downside, fake outbreak to the downside, and then the price jumps to higher levels. Yeah. So this is also an opportunity. Everything is open. Yeah. But if we now go in detail, then I have not so much. I see not the much the power at the Bitcoin price to go to higher levels. Yeah. I explain to you why. Yes, we will go to 200,000. We will go to 300,000. This is not the problem. Uh, every second man notice that the price will go higher. But before the price goes to higher levels and follow gold, the price have to go here to the downside. Yeah, so reset. And if we're looking to this exactly, then you can see the Bitcoin price break his uptrend exactly here at 113,000. So if we're going here to the downside, then the second uptrend breaks here. Yeah, also downside. So now we are at the third uptrend. And I think if this breaks also, then the price have to come back. Now, please listen exactly. This is the most important information for you. If the price breaks to the downside, then we have to come back to 60,000 levels. Yeah. And this is the pain. Yeah. So many people are long at the moment, but if the price breaks here to the downside, don't forget the 50% here. So let's say here 84,000. If the price goes 50% to the downside, then we are at 40,000. Let's say we're going not so much strong to the downside, then the 60,000 is a good base to go here to higher levels. Why I'm saying this? Imagine we need the difference here. Look, the price was here at 120,000. Let's say the price goes to 60,000, then we have a difference of 60,000. Yeah, this is the 60,000. And this 60,000, we can take this and add to these levels. And that means from 120,000 exactly 200,000. Yeah. So it is open. If you asking me, then I would say the RSI is oversold, yes, but this is here. This hammer is never a positive formation. This is never a formation or a pattern in which we can say this is a pattern of bull run. Yeah, and this is not so good. Yeah, I think we will go more sideways and then bump to the downside. Let's see. So let's see. Yes, this is, you can forget this. This is not a good formation. So I think we will make a retest, something like that, and then the next move will come like this. Yeah. So we're looking here to the request from your side. Let's look to CBCN. Okay, let's look. Market cap. Okay, what is your wish? Okay, let's look. You want to know in which direction this will go? Okay, we have the time frame 2026. Let's look here to this. Okay, more interesting. So, okay, 2025. Same situation here. Look, the price goes really hard to the downside, and we build here a falling wedge. So, and if you look into this structure, it is not so much positive. Only here the falling wedge is positive. And in my eyes, we are here a little bit in danger. So if the price jumps to this levels, then we could build here a left shoulder head and a right shoulder formation. Then the price could go to higher levels like this. Yeah. So to make this, you see, we have a little bit place from today to March. So 2 months only sideways movement is possible. Yeah. There's one possibility. The other possibility is we break through and build this structure here, what you can see to the downside, to the 0 point. The benefit is we could start here a new cycle. But I think from the experience, I think this is here the place in which the price will stop. And from this point, the price will return to higher levels like this. So let's look to the next. Can you show gold, please? Okay. Can take also this. So, um, so at 2022, I said the price of gold will go higher. The price was here $2,000. So why I'm saying this? Because we have, or we had in the past, a big left shoulder head and a right shoulder formation. Yeah. So that what you can see here, this was possible to predict this. Yeah. So now we're sitting here at 5,300 levels. It is not finished. So if you're looking to this, then you can see this a little bit better. 2020, 2013, you see the swing here, parabolica. So I'm not wondering myself that the price is going higher. So now we're sitting here on these levels. Look here. In my eyes, this is the last swing here. This is the last swing. And we have to look especially the area from here to here. Let's look to this last fragment or movement. Yeah, and if you look to this, then you can recognize We built here a big hammer. Look here, we built here a really big hammer, and it was a positive sign last year. So um, at that time, I said, okay, the price of gold will fly. Yeah, so let's look more inside to understand this a little bit. So this is here important. We see here typical left shoulder head on the right shoulder formation, and this was a retest. This is not a drop. This is only a retest. Um, we could go at the gold price to this levels back. A little bit sell off, but I don't think it is possible, but I don't think. I think we will stop here or here. Yeah, it is okay. Yeah, if the price comes back to 4,700 or 4,800, but in this level, it's also okay to stay. Um, the benefit of this is that we can, or gold can start here new cycle. Yeah, this is a retest. Look here, test, 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 test. Higher highs, higher highs, higher highs. Yeah. So higher highs are also negative, but this retest eliminate the negativity. I think we will get at the gold price a start of a new swing. Yeah, that means from this level the price will go really hard to the upside. I think we could see the 7,000 or the 8,000 levels. Yeah. So, but no recommendation. The price of gold rise very hard to the upside, but I think the last quick move to the upside will come. Yeah, then the price will drop. So let's look to Chilis. At the Chilis, some of you sleep the entry point. Look, the entry point was here at 001. Think about this. If you buy 100,000 pieces or 200 pieces, then you have nearly 400% here. Um, what will happen with Chilis? Um, one information, but this is no recommendation. Maybe you can call me crazy, but I see here on the chart different things. So it's really no recommendation. There's no prediction. There's only what I see. Also, I think, yeah, I think the price of chilies will fly in these years here. A new, a new cycle will start. Yeah, but again, this is no prediction, no um, recommendation. Yeah. Why I'm saying this? You have to look here to the past that you understand this. Look, we have here the situation, or we had this situation, test of these levels. Look here, 2020, test, 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 and then breakout, retest on these levels. And it's a good pattern. And you see what happens here, 001, and the price smash here to $1. And Chile has this formation. These formations are like this. Yeah. That means nothing happens long time. Again, you see this same pattern here. Nothing happens. The price goes here to the downside. And I think the price of chilies will fly in the next 4 years. This is not a feeling. This is a analyze from my side, but again, no recommendation. Um, I think if we look to this chart again, we see a huge falling wedge. You see, if I say something, then there's a reason why I'm saying this. So it's not so that I look into the chat and say, okay, now the price will go higher. Now you can see this very, very good. Look here. Test, 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 test. You see here breakout. Yeah. So I think if I look to this, it makes sense that the prices goes like this, more sideways. Maybe you have a little bit, or you are lucky, then you get the price at 002. Yeah, so in the next years, I think a new cycle will start, and we will see here a movement like this. Yeah, so then we get here left shoulder, head, and the right shoulder formation. If we're testing these levels, you see here wonderful, a huge left shoulder, head, and the right shoulder formation over. If you're reaching 2027, over 3-4 years, a building of this left shoulder head and the right shoulder version. And this tell us, okay, something big will come. Let's look to XRP. I'm not seeing here some requests about XRP. So you can see the XRP chart. So I look to the month chart, not weekly chart. So we see this beginning from 2014. If we look to this chart, yeah, then I see here some cycles, and this chart tell me this cycle is over, the whole structure. And that means this cycle is a 12 years cycle, 2014 to 2026. This cycle ends, and I think a different cycle will start. Again, no recommendation, no financial advice, but I think we will see something like that in the direction of $20. Why I'm saying this? The reason is this area, exactly that here. This area is normally the worst area. Yeah, that means if you're looking to this function or movement or chart, normally this have to go like this. Look, yeah, this is a normal chart, but you can see what happens. We have a big hammer. This is a big hammer. Some of you will call is the right shoulder, yes. And that means this is a preparation what will come next. And if you look to this, you see that the head is forming here. That means if we zoom in, it would be make sense that the price of XRP goes here a little bit downside. Yeah, we make this in red and form here our head. Look, left shoulder, head is here, going to $6 and make this movement here. So everything shows like this, yeah. So the price will go in this direction. Also, we have a little benefit here. You can see that the retest is already happened here. Look here at 0.78 this year. Yeah, this year. And if some retest happening already, then this here will not so much go to the downside. And this is also a benefit to say, okay, the maximum what will happen is that the price goes back to 75 cent dollar. yeah, and the price will go higher. So I think it's a good place to get in, but I think a little bit earlier. Personally, I would wait a little bit, yeah, that the price comes back to the downside. But you can see over 3, 4 months, the price trades between $2.50 and $1.80. Imagine the next months, the price goes here to $1.40. Is a good place to get in. No financial advice, yeah, but the price has potential to upside. Let's look to the next 2-1. Let's look to silver. Why you interested in silver and gold? This is the train is already gone. So 2 years before, if I predicted you have to get in. So I predict now the cryptos. So the cryptos are the next. So you missed the train. So forget the silver and gold. This has potential, maybe gold 1,000 or 2,000 plus to the upside, but forget it. The next train is the crypto train. So let's look. Become member of my channel, then we can look exactly to this charts and find the best entry point. So silver. At silver, let's look. All this the same situation. I have to say at the silver, um, some interesting points. So silver is speculative. If you look to these levels, you see the first time silver goes in the green area. Look here. Yeah, I can make this a little bit big. Green area. So, and if you look to the past, not so much time, the silver price goes to the green line. And that means you will never see a chart that the price is going to the green and then to red. No. If the price goes to green, this will go a little bit, I will not say long time, but a little bit in the green area. Yeah. Sometimes you see something like that, that the price builds here, right shoulder. So I think this is the head what we build here at the moment. Yeah. So the right shoulder will build in the next, I think, 1 year or and a half year. And if I see the chart here, then I think we have potential at the silver price in direction of, let me look, 300. Yeah, this is what I see. But we have to look, this is really every week to follow and correct this and see, okay, are we in the right way and so on. If we're looking to this, here is I, then 100% matching what I said few minutes ago. We built here the head, the right shoulder will come. So, and the right shoulder is the big move that we can expect, the bull run. Yeah, so I think we will see direction of 200. This is what I see. And after 200, I think a small movement will come so that we can reach this area. Yeah. So we're looking here to the next. I will take two more and then look forward. What we have here, scale. Yes, to understand this scale chart, this is similar like the XRP chart. You see that the price has his moves in the negative area. That means, how can I describe this? You see the opposite of a bull run. The price goes here to the downside, parabolic to the downside. Yeah. And this is aggressive bullish. Even if you see that the price is going to the downside, you need time. Look, 2021, 26. If something goes 5 years only to the downside, then you have to look here exactly and ask the question, what will happen next? Will the price go higher or not? We can see this here, the price built here, a falling wedge. That means the price will break out. I don't think that the price will go more to the downside, maybe 3 months to the sideways, and then we will see a jump. This is a left shoulder hat and the right shoulder formation, and we will see something like that. Yeah, because this here is our big left shoulder. I, I know this is complicated a little bit to understand from your side, but imagine I draw you this only one time that you see what I mean. Yeah, imagine this here. So, do you see this? So you can see the left side is our left shoulder. This is our head, and our right shoulder is here, and the price could go easily to $2. Yeah. And this is what I mean. We built, or the price of scale built, yes, like other cryptos. And you have to look, this was our left shoulder, the right shoulder will come. So let's look to Filecoin and then we take another one. Let's look to Filecoin. So same game. Let's look here to, let's look weekly chart. This is really a gift. Look how cheap this is. This is coming from, let me look, 200, 300 levels. Now we are staying at $1 levels. This is a gift. Why I'm saying this? Same situation here. Since 2024, we have a decline to the downside. Look how strong this is. You have to understand this. Look here. This is our falling wedge, and that means the price trades here in this range, and we will get here a really big breakout. So let's say we have now February or end of January, we have then here May, April. So the movement to the downside will come. Maybe you have the possibility to get in. Let me look what we have here. If the price dumps to 0.7, let me look what we have here. So if the price goes to 0.775, then we build this. We could go out. This is a left shoulder hat and the right shoulder formation, so easily $3. So from this point, yeah, we have the next point is then, let me look if we can test these levels, then from $2 to $8, we have a good range. Also, imagine you have here 100,000 pieces, then you have here 800,000. So really good possibility to get in. Let's look to Tron. Okay, now you have to say Tron. I am staying on not find the Tron. So TRX. Okay. Uh, eh, good. You can see here a good movement. Look, 2019. We see the hat is going to 35 cent. And now you can see we built here our right shoulder. Let me look here a little bit more inside to understand this. Yes, you can see this. We built here our right shoulder. It is positive. Let me look. Yes, we have here two possibilities. One possibility is if we look into this here, our our uptrend is over. So if we look into this, yeah, same behavior. If we're coming back to these levels, it is positive. The price can go higher levels, yeah. And if we can break, or if the price has no energy to the upside, then the next support level is at 20 cent. Yeah. The benefit is we can stay here at this point. Yeah. And this is a good base to go higher levels. That means from 20 cent, if the new cycle starts, we will see something like that to 80 cent and build then in the next years the right shoulder to higher levels. So I see it is a little bit positive, but in the short term, we have the possibility to drop really hard to the downside. Let's see. It is, how can I say? It depends what happens from this point. If we're turning to higher levels, yes, here. If we have no energy, then downtrend to lower levels. So I would say have a nice day. New videos will come. Become member of my channel so that we can track the uptrend and the bull run. And I'm happy to see you in my channel and support the channel to grow. Have a nice day. See you.